And we are live. Welcome, Crypto Warriors, to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 377. Today is Wednesday, April 10th, and I'm your host, Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at our new time, 3-ish. I have some great news stories for you today, starting with the top story. New York denies Bittrex bit license application, citing inadequate compliance. New U.S. digital taxonomy bill to allocate $25 million annually to prevent crypto crime. Texas regulator issues cease and desist order to crypto investment firm FX BitGlobe. And last but not least, top subscribed YouTuber PewDiePie partners with blockchain live streaming platform. But first, our CryptoCoin winner is Ryan Cooper. Shout out to Ryan Cooper, back-to-back winner we have here. We've had a few, but Ryan Cooper is definitely one of our top commenters here. His response to our question about China's mining ban, they yesterday came out with another ban. It's kind of like 2016. They're starting to say they can't mine in their country, but Ryan thinks that's pretty dumb because you kind of exclude, and that's the whole point of Bitcoin, is to be able to mine freely. So before we start, let's see who we have in the chat box. Shannon Allen, what's going on, boss? Richard Terween, hello. How's it going? Madam Crypto, Christopher Ladd, what's going on? Everybody on Facebook as well. Thank you for joining in, Gina Muhammad. And we'll get started here with our first story of the day. New York denies Bittrex bit license application, citing inadequate compliance. Shout out. Let's give them a quick hand. It's kind of in a sarcastic way because nobody here likes New York Department of Financial Services, really. They kind of deboed the industry and said you have to get a bit license application. The numbers are in the teens for people who have bit license applications. However, Bittrex and their CEO, Bill Shahara, explained that they are unable to get this bit license because they have no anti-money laundering and no your customer controls. And this is very apparent if you use their platform. The Office of Foreign Assets Control Standards was not able to be reached. And, when they applied, they actually applied in August of 2015, which was a while ago. And, under the application, they wanted to, get the same thing as Gemini, same thing as Coinbase. However, the problem with Bittrex is, if you've ever used them, you don't necessarily have to do KYC to use it, and you didn't in the past. And then if they, made you do KYC later, you could basically still move money off without having to do it. Recently, they have changed that. However, I think it was too long without it. I even saw cited on some of the tweets earlier that there were people who were signing up under the name Daffy Duck and Mickey Mouse, and basically able to move as much money as they wanted. So one of the things you have to realize is if you're going to try to apply for this license, Bittrex, not a big fan of them, but if you're going to apply for this license, you got to have your stuff in order. And it's kind of funny seeing how me and King have always gone back and forth about Bittrex, how their ability to do business is not on par with their development. They do have good developers, good site, but business-wise, I mean, they just do not have it together. And this is another nail in the coffin for them. Most of the volume is down over the year, and I can't really say that I'm surprised. So, most of the people who use it, you can still use it. You don't have to, stop. But this is just a good show to you that KYC, AML-wise, they're not up to par. And unfortunately for them, they're not able to get this bit license, which looks bad. And even though people still use it, if they apply again, the KYC stuff is coming hard. And some people even commented that this is payback for the, change in their terms and service regulations just out of the blue. I mean, we've lost money with them because of that. Their security was not up to par. A lot of things have gone on. But if anything, I would probably move it off, or if you have to use it, I would suggest basically, tread lightly. Don't, use as much as you do other exchanges. So first of all, make sure you like and share. If you're on Facebook right now, share it as a watch party. Make sure everybody can see it. Get it in now. Let's get into some more of these comments here. Milto, what's going on? PFC Wells, what's up, brother? Yeah. Bittrex, they've had their day, and looks like it's kind of going away. Like Richard Terween, Bittrex slowly dying. Have to agree with you there. We didn't see it coming this fast, but when you apply for a license, it doesn't work. Something's wrong. So excuse me there. So yeah, New York denies that BitLicense. And moving forward, new U.S. digital taxonomy bill to allocate $25 million annually to prevent crypto crime. Wow. So this legislation was introduced yesterday, April 9th, to allocate the Federal Trade Commission $25 million to prevent crypto-related crime. We have seen examples of this. We have seen people prosecuted. We have not seen it in the large numbers like we have seen regular money laundering. However, they feel this is necessary in order to prevent unfair or deceptive acts or practices in transactions relating to digital tokens. They will be granted $25 million in funding from 2020 to the year 2024. And they'll use this money to prevent, of course, what they call crypto-related crimes. And if this bill is adopted, the FTC will be obligated to present an annual report on its crypto-related regulatory actions. And there's a lot of committees they have to, show this to. However, it will be hilarious to see their crypto reports because we've done them on our show and it's always less than 1% of total crime. And if they talk about numbers of how much money is moved, very small amounts are moved that are criminal, so to say. And if this market is going to progress forward, 25 million seems a bit much right now, but they will need it for later. So if this market gets as big as we think it's going to get, they will need it in order to catch those criminals, so to say. But of course, everybody in this industry is not a criminal. Most people are not. And everybody's trying to do pretty much the same thing, get a part of this crypto economy and, make some money as well as impact the future as well. This 25 million that they give to the FTC, it, to me is, kind of, wake up call to let you know that the money is coming. The people that are trying to track and regulate, they are coming, people. You do not have to worry about that. So honestly, this day, not surprised, this day was coming. If you followed us long enough, this was coming, and the FTC has to do their job as well. So let's see who made it up in here. Crypto and Culture, thanks for joining us. Ryan Cooper, absolutely. Bittrex slowly getting faded out. Crypto Blood is in here. What's going on, man? What's going on? Thank you for joining us today. So get into some of these Facebook comments. Joseph Sakasa, thank you for joining. Rodney Fury, thank you as well. Make sure to like and share, and make sure if you're on Facebook, share it as a watch party. Trying to get some more people up in here to discuss these news stories for today. And our next news story, Texas regulator issues cease and desist order to crypto investment firm FX BitGlobe. I have not heard of them. That sounds very scamish. FX BitGlobe. I mean, good gracious. How much of a scam name can you have? The official notice from the Texas State Securities Board dated April 9th shows that the regulator has issued an emergency cease and desist order against cryptocurrency and foreign currency trading platform FX BitGlobe. According to the order, the firm, which markets itself as an investment company, published forged government documents. They use fake addresses and falsely claim to be a registered broker-dealer. So this is bad all around for them. They offered multiple plan tiers, with the highest being 50,000 or more. Good gracious! So they were, big time scammers. And the investment tiers, they give them service plans, each of which promise them corresponding daily profits and weekly payouts. People, if you see that, if you have friends who want to jump on some crypto project, if they promise you daily payouts and monthly returns, like they said, they will have monthly returns of 70%, along with 40 to 45% capital insurance. No cryptocurrency can guarantee that. So that was a scam from the start. In Texas, they are not playing with the scammers. They've issued a lot of cease and desist over the past year and a half. As Cointelegraph reported this fall, North Dakota Securities Commissioner Karen Tyler announced that the agency, they also issued cease and desist orders against 3 separate firms for allegedly offering unregistered and fraudulent securities in the form of initial coin offerings. So, So like I said, these states are not playing with these scammers. Thank goodness, because I spent the better part of 2015, 2016 trying to convince people that the multi-level marketing / crypto scams that can make you instant payouts and daily pay, they were all scams. And we spent a lot of time trying to convince people not to get on it because it does look enticing to people who need money. So good to see these cease and desists come out, get them out of the industry. If we have to self-regulate, that's what we should do. But if we can't catch them, then you have to get them out with the regulators and they'll do their job and do it. So scammers gonna scam though. Let's see. Ryan Cooper, scam every day, B. Yeah, you know it. Cameron said it best. Every day, B. It's never gonna stop. And in this industry, do not let it sway your thinking about cryptocurrency. as a whole. So moving forward to our last news story of the before we do that, let's jump into this comment. Rodney Fury, thank you for commenting there about the FBI shut down Poloniex, made them comply with KYC. Yeah, that is one of the things, like I said, with regulation, we knew it was coming. And once it got purchased, once Poloniex got purchased by Circle, which is owned by Goldman Sachs, we knew regulation had to be there because they have to have that in place in order to even make the acquisition. So not surprising to see there. And we will see more in the future. Every exchange is going to have to go through this, but we have decentralized exchanges and atomic swaps coming, Lightning Network, a lot of good stuff to keep that anonymity. So not all bad, people. Top subscribed YouTuber PewDiePie partners with blockchain live streaming platform DLive. So those of you who have heard of DLive, which is a new blockchain YouTube, so to say, the most subscribed channel has decided to move to DLive, which has shifted a lot of people's focus away from YouTube. We use YouTube currently. However, we have dabbled with DLive and a couple other platforms to start the broadcast on those blockchain platforms. We interviewed the CEO from minds.com. That is another platform where you can do the same thing. So DLive is a blockchain-powered broadcasting app. It includes a reward system for content creators, and it wants to be the exclusive live streaming platform for other YouTubers. But for now, it'll be for the famous Swedish YouTuber Felix Chain. And DLive currently has more than 3 million active users and 35,000 active streamers. So it is at the ground floor for those of you who have your own channel, those of you who want to start a channel, maybe not in crypto, but in something else. DLive is a good second option. We have explored that option, and we probably by the end of the year will move a lot of our stuff towards DLive, as well as continuing to use YouTube to get our reach out there. So we are proud to see PewDiePie move, because once he confirmed that and says that they are real partners, a lot of people will start to say, oh, okay, well, if YouTube can censor us, crypto's getting more and more censored. If you do a search, a lot of stuff doesn't come up that used to. Just talking about it is going to start getting censored. So DLive is definitely a good option. And, you know, as they develop before, you know, when we first got on, they may have had 1,000 active streamers, and it was still buggy. It was still, you know, a few things you had to jump over just to get through the sign-up process. But I figured they've, you know, figured that out, got it, you know, to a point where it's better. And we will, alongside with Twitch, start to try and use these different platforms. So shout out to him. The move comes on the heel of a recent petition to ban PewDiePie from YouTube because it's one of the largest platforms for white supremacist content. I am of the opinion that we should all have free speech. You watch whatever you want, because I don't want somebody trying to ban me for simple words that I've said. I mean, when you think about it, people, words, it just sounds coming out of your face, man. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it affect your feelings. If somebody has something to say, you don't like it, turn the channel. You're an adult. Stop watching stuff you don't want to watch. But this petition amassed over 81,000 signers at press time, and it was created following him being mentioned by the Christchurch gunman in New Zealand prior to his horrific attack. So I have not ever seen any of their videos. I don't know what their platform pushes. I cannot even say that is good or bad. All I know is they have the most subscribers, and if they want to have free speech, which everybody's entitled to, you have to be able to use a platform that enables it. YouTube is centralized. If they don't want you to use it, you can't use it. But DLive is decentralized, so they can do what they want. So shout out to them for moving. BitTube is another one. Crypto Blood, absolutely. Yeah, the Crypto Blood, that would be interesting if we both kind of just did like a DLive, I don't know, interview just to kick it off on the crypto side, because I know there are people using it, but I don't think there's anybody as good as us, honestly. So we'll definitely set that up, my man. And Malik Howard, shout out to you for coming on in there. So let's see if we have any more comments here. Not seeing any more comments, but yeah, definitely want to give a shout out to them for moving to DLive. Freedom of speech, people, do what you want, but you got to have the platform that supports it. So let's all definitely, you know, use the platforms we have in the crypto space. And that is all for me today. Just want to make sure people remember we have the podcast on iTunes, on Google Play Radio, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio as well. Make sure to use Brave to support the channel. Also, Blockchain, which is a project I'm working on now. Make sure you sign up on the website to be a part of the private beta testing that we'll be doing soon. Definitely have some Promotions coming out, working hard, trying to get that out to you. If you see the bags under my eyes, that's where it's from. But Blockchain Online, Brave, support us, support the YouTube and the podcast, and we'll speak to you tomorrow. You all have a good one. Cheers.